Welcome to my civic education this afternoon. Um, Today we are looking at a very special topic in civic education called substance and drug abuse. So now, under this topic, we are going to look at how questions are being set from Examination Council of Zambia and how to answer them. Okay, because remember, our core business is to give you the skills and knowledge on how to go about examination questions. So this particular question is driven from a certain past paper. Okay, so like the way you are seeing this question alone carries 10 marks. So that's how questions are prepared in civic education. Get ready so that I can run you through for you to understand on how to handle exam. The first question: describe different classes of abused substances according to their chemical structure or effects on the users. Okay, so we know that the drugs, when we're talking about drugs, one of them is the first one, which is written there, alcohol. We also have tobacco there. Then we also have inhalants. Okay, so these are some of the harmful substances that can actually destroy you and I as a human being. So now let us look in detail into this particular question that we are given. Okay, so the first one to describe is alcohol. So alcohol is a colorless liquid present in drinks such as beer, wine, and blunt. Okay, that is alcohol. So alcohol is found in drinks, in liquids, like drinks. Okay, wine, beer, blunt. That is where you can easily find alcohol. Now, what is the effect of alcohol? Because when we say drinks, we are talking about things that people drink or that people take. So now, what could be the effect of the alcohol? Effects: point one, increases blood pressure and heartbeat. So alcohol increases blood pressure and the heartbeat. Okay, so what will happen when you have blood pressure? You are reducing your lifespan. Then the other one causes violent behavior. So what really happens to a person who has taken beer? That particular person is going to be affected to his or her brain. Cerebellum there is going to be affected, and as a result, that person is not going to think like a normal person. Therefore, the behaviors will be very much violent. So these are some of the effects of alcohol. Then the other one is negatively affects the brain. It negatively affects the brain, alcohol. So when you take too much of alcohol, some people they end up becoming mad. Why? Brain has been negatively affected. Then the other point under alcohol cause liver disease called cirrhosis. So there are a lot of there are numbers of diseases that you can suffer when you are taking alcohol, when you are in too much of alcohol. So one of them, they have mentioned it, where liver is going to be affected by the disease called cirrhosis. Okay, so all because of alcohol. That is the effects of alcohol. So when you look at the effects, we haven't actually seen any good effects of alcohol. There is only negative effects of alcohol. Therefore, alcohol is harmful to health. Then B, tobacco. Let's also describe tobacco. Tobacco is a common abused substance which contains nicotine, carbon monoxide, and tar. Okay, that is tobacco. Remember these three chemical substances that I've mentioned that are found in alcohol, they are very harmful to health, more especially carbon monoxide and tar. Okay, These two, they are harmful to health. Okay. So now, what is the effect of tobacco? One of them is it causes bronchitis. Bronchitis, this is a type of disease that actually affects the throat. Okay. Because of the same carbon monoxide that are contained in alcohol, that carbon monoxide will actually reduce oxygen to that particular person. Okay. So as a result, that person is going to suffer from bronchitis, which actually affects the lungs. Then the other point is it causes emphysema, a lung disease, which affects breathing. So emphysema is a lung disease which affects what? Breathing. So breathing is being affected because of carbon monoxide. Then bronchitis also because of tar. Okay. Then the other one is it causes heart disease. Heart is also being affected. Heart is not spared with the tobacco. Heart is also being affected. It causes cancer. So you can have a lung cancer, you can have throat cancer. Because of what? Because of tobacco. Okay. So we can also describe the third one, which is the inhalants. What are these type of drug? Inhalants are substances that include volatile solvents and gases. Okay, they contain volatile solvents and gases. Effects. What are the effects of inhalants? Depresses the central nervous system. So the central nervous system now is being affected. And remember, when the central nervous system scientifically affected, you will find that now the coordination now will have issues in that particular person. Okay. The other one causes high blood pressure also. So it also causes BP to rise. Then causes headaches, nausea, slurred speech, and loss of motor coordination. A lot of things are being worn out in your body if you are to actually take inhalants. Then the other point, second from the last, causes rash around the nose and mouth. Rashes, you'd find that rashes are being caused around the nose and mouth. Then causes unpredictable behavior. Behavior that we are going to behave will be unpredictable. What does that mean now? What type of behavior is that? The behavior which is not normal. Okay, abnormal behavior. So, or because of what? Inherent. So as human beings, we should actually run away from substance and drug abuse. So this is how you can handle particular questions under substance and the drug abuse in civic education. And this is how the question was posed, and this is how you are supposed to answer. Thank you so very much for your attention. I'm urging you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Pedagogy Academy. Follow me on on Facebook page, Mr. A Plus, as well as on TikTok. I'm available there for more exclusive videos. Thank you so very much once again.